guys, and welcome back. So today I have another advent calendar to unbox for you guys. I got my hands on the Lunar Beauty 12 Days of Lunar Advent Calendar. Now this is a $50 advent calendar. You do get 12 items, which, okay, doesn't sound so bad. The only thing that I'm unsure of is the value that it's giving in this calendar though, because I did not see anything about that online. You don't even really see anything on the calendar online either, so it's a complete total mystery what is going to be inside of this calendar. I also did not watch Manny MUA's unboxing of this because I did not want to spoil anything, so complete mystery with this calendar here. I do want to mention that when it arrived, it did come in this little plastic sleeve here. I took it off so I wasn't making a whole bunch of noise, and attached to that was this little message here that said, "Hi loves, please replace day 9 shadow with this one instead." So there may have been a little bit of a mix up with day number 9, so I need to keep my eye on this one and know that when 9 happens, I need to pull this guy out. I did not really hear anything about there being any kind of problem with the calendar, so maybe it was something they caught early on. They just couldn't have time to fix it before it went out, so who knows? We will find out when we get to that day, but back to the calendar. So this is what it looks like. You just fold it open like so, and you got, oh wait, hold on, I thought it was a 12 day, but it looks like you get a little bonus surprise. So it's 12 doors and it says palette. I think we have to save that palette for last though, so let's go in order here. Let's not go crazy. I'm gonna get started with day number 1 to see what we got. That's a tough one to grab. Little purple box. Oh, it's got like foam on the inside. That's nice. Does feel like actually very good quality kind of like calendar. It doesn't feel flimsy. But here we go. Item 1, little shadow. So day number 1 is this gold single shadow. Ooh, got a very nice soft touch. Or shall we swatch it? Let's put it right here. Ooh, very pretty metallic-y kind of gold shade there. I am not seeing any kind of shade name though. All I see is like a whole bunch of numbers on the side, which I'm pretty sure is like the expiration date for it. Nothing on the back, but a gorgeous gold color. Let's move on to day number 2 and see what is in that door. Again, another little purple box. Let's see. Little eyeshadow. Day number 2 is another single shadow, and it's a very pretty matte purple shade. So let's give that one a swatch as well. Might as well just put it next to the gold shade, which it does look very pretty, but I gotta admit, I'm not 100% convinced by this swatch here. I mean, purple shadows is definitely one of the most difficult eyeshadows. They are extremely hit or miss, and a lot of the times they can sometimes be miss. So purple shadows, you definitely gotta try out on the eyes first before you make up any kind of opinion on them, because sometimes they can actually swatch horrible and then they end up working out. So I mean, gotta test that one out before I make up like a full opinion on it, just because of the swatch here. But so far we got a pretty color combo with 2 different shadows there. That was our item number 2. Let's move to number 3 and see what is in this day, which I'm thinking, yep, it looks like an eyeshadow. Okay, so now I'm getting to be 100% convinced that this is gonna be like an all single eyeshadow kind of palette. Like I mentioned, I didn't look into it at all. The description about advent calendar did not say anything really about it except for it being an advent calendar, so I had no clue going into this. I mean, we're only on day 3, but I'm gonna make the assumption right now that I think it's gonna be all single shadows in there. Because here's our day number 3 single shadow, which looks to be another gold shade, but this time it looks like a little bit lighter. We had a darker gold over here. This new one's like a very light champagne-y kind of gold. 2 very pretty different shades. I'm actually thinking I need to move my swatches over to here in case we get more of them. That way we can keep seeing them side by side as we keep going. So I think I'm gonna do that real quick. We want a good visual if that's the case. There we go. Back to it. Day number 4. What do we got in here? Let's see, and it is again another single shadow, so I think I'm confirming my suspicion here that they are turning out to be all single shadows. So here's a close-up look of our newest single shadow here, and it looks to be another matte formula. So it looks like we're getting a little bit of a theme going metallic, matte here. Day number 5, let's see what we got in this one. Again, purple tiny box. I do like the consistency and the theme here. The only thing I wish it would have is some names though, because I'm not seeing a name anywhere on any box or any pan. I would love to know a name. So we just gotta call this Day 5 single shadow. And again, it's following the same kind of formula pattern here. It looks to be like another metallic-y kind of shimmery shade, which I mean, so far it's a very beautiful selection. Definitely interested to see the other colors that come in here. Day number 6, what shade do we got here? Which day number 6 looks to be like a fun yellow matte formula. Again, we're seeing that same kind of trend here. We're following the shimmery metallic shade with a matte shade. But I mean, the color scheme's looking beautiful. Day number 7 now, let's see what we got here. Which I will admit, I am a fan of the Lunar Beauty eyeshadows. I'm actually wearing the, what is it? Lunar Beauty Nude Prism palette on my eyes right now. It's actually become a new favorite of mine for eyeshadows, so they do have really good quality stuff when it comes to their eyeshadows, so I am not mad at it. And again, we got another metallic single shadow here. And wow, that one just glided like no other shadow. That one felt so smooth. Literally just felt like butter gliding across my skin, or water, however you want to best describe that. Felt very soft. I wonder what made that one different than the other shadows, because that just glided. Day number 8 now. What do we got in this day? Again, mini purple box with a mini eyeshadow. Oh, this one's a fun color. So day number 8 is a fun little twist here with this like lime green shade. Again, following the same formula pattern, it is a matte shade, but I love that there is this fun pop in here. Kind of stands out. Let's keep it on going though. Day number 9. What shadow are we getting for this one? Whoa, which actually, we reached day number 9 where it's supposed to be replaced. So let's open the original and then we'll open the one that's supposed to be replacing this one. So here is day number 9, the original shade, which is this metallic kind of green looking shade. And then let's open up this one, this little box, to see the replacement. What do we got in here? Oh, okay. So it's the exact same shade. Hang on, I want to test it out. Aha! Which I think I found out now why that one's being replaced. So the original here, I just wanted to give it a little bit of a test, so I decided to start swatching into it, and it just turns into this like putty in the pan. It's just mushing all around in there. So this is the original. Clean off my fingers, hang on. And then here is the replacement one. And as you can see, I'm like pressing in it again, and I'm not getting the same kind of, it's okay, it's safe. But I'm not getting the same kind of imprint that I was getting with the other one. So there was probably like a formula inconsistency there where something happened to that shade. So now I see why that one was replaced. Okay, that makes sense. I will swap it out. I like that they included the one that it was supposed to be replaced with though, that they caught that. And then there is the newest edition, day number 9, which is like a fun twist on the shade we just had for day number 8. It's like a metallic-y kind of dark green shade. So we got 2 versions of green. I like it. Day number 10. What do we got in this one? I would say I would try to guess what shade is next, but I have no clue. Yep, would never guess that. So day number 10 is this matte formula kind of camel shade, I would say. I mean, so far, this is definitely a very fun, like interesting looking palette that this is kind of creating here. I like that we're not getting like a typical mix of shadows here, like a very basic kind of eyeshadow palette. We got some fun colors. Day number 11, we probably only have like 2 more shades now left to go. Since this is 11, And again, it looks like another metallic-y kind of shimmer, this time a pink. Okay, which a very pretty sparkly kind of pink here. And oh my goodness, I just realized I forgot to put my plant back over here. I do have to bring it back into this room every time though, because I'm not always in this room. So I keep it in my bedroom, so I'm like constantly bringing it back and forth. But I just feel like now it's missing. Shall I go get it? I'll go get it. It just adds a nice little background touch. Okay, that feels better. Now that I noticed it was gone, I couldn't stop thinking about it. But we only got one more item of our 12 days before we get to this little palette area. So let's grab day number 12 and see what our final shadow is. Boop. Oh, which it looks like our final shadow is a matte black. Which I feel like matte black formulas are just as tough to create as the matte purple shades. So that's definitely gonna be another one of those, like I gotta test it out in order to fully see how that one operates. Because those are some tricky formulas to nail down. But I mean, that is a beautiful array of colors that we got so far for this. I'm gonna call it a palette. This eyeshadow palette that we created here of these single shadows, which if I have to take a wild guess, what the last item is gonna be is I feel like it might be a single eyeshadow pan organizer, like a Z palette. I'm gonna guess that's what it is. Let's find out if it is though. Oh gosh, that one's stuck. Hang on, let's bring out my little box cutter. That little flap got stuck in there when I pushed it down. Hold it out. Ah, there we go. Ooh, see, it is. Look at that. It kind of threw me off for a second because I saw like the outside design. I was like, hang on, is this like a curated palette on top of the single shadows? But no, it is one of these like little single shadow palette organizer things. Okay, so let's plop in our shades that we just got. And then here we have it, the completed single shadow eyeshadow palette for the 12 days of Lunar. That looks so pretty. And I did keep all the shadows in order from day 1 all the way down to day 12, so that way you guys could see everything in order here. And here is another look again at the swatches of the entire palette, which honestly I gotta give huge props to Lunar Beauty because this is the most clever way to do an advent calendar, to have a create your own eyeshadow palette where each day you get a different eyeshadow and then in the end you get this palette that you're able to plop everything into. I gotta give it to him. That is genius. That is actually very fun. I do see why they did not put a value though, because I don't know, do they even sell single shadows on Lunar Beauty's website? Let's quickly check. Yeah, so it doesn't look like they sell single eyeshadows. It looks like they only sell eyeshadow palettes, which I will admit, the eyeshadow palettes that they offer online definitely are a little bit cheaper and you actually get more eyeshadows. So let's take Strawberry Dream, for example here. It's $48 and you get 15 eyeshadows versus this one where technically we paid 50 bucks for the calendar and then we ended up getting 12 shades. That being said, value-wise, you're definitely not getting like the best bang for your buck with this palette, with this advent calendar. So I would keep that in mind when thinking about this as a potential calendar. However, it is kind of on par with like an eyeshadow palette. So you kind of get like for $2 extra the whole fun of putting an eyeshadow palette together. I don't know, in a way I don't really mind the price tag of it because I feel like this would make a really fun gift for someone who is an avid makeup lover. Like I could see someone really enjoying this. And that is what I think kind of convinces me on it because it's the whole fun of it. Like this is so creative. I have not seen this from an advent calendar and that's just why I really like it. So just a couple things to kind of keep in mind if you have had your eyes on this calendar here. Just know that going into it because the website does not say a whole lot about it. So yeah, that's gonna be wrapping up our Lunar Beauty 12 Days of Lunar. Let me know what your guys' thoughts were on this calendar calendar down below if you liked it or you didn't. Let me know what your guys' thoughts were on it. Now that I'm feeling better, I do have a whole lot more advent calendars coming your guys' way. I need to start cranking them out here because we are in November now. And I got a couple more really fun ones to get out to you guys. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that little bell button. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!